Greetings everyone, I am Laksh Gupta from class 10 from Britain Public School and I am gonna speak in favor of India hosting Olympics.
Greetings to all. Myself Arima Singh and I am a student of class 10 Beta Brilliant Public School. Today I will be speaking against the topic of India hosting the Olympics.
Olympics is something that binds humans across nations and boundaries, and our land that believes in Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam must certainly be the one to host the Olympics.
The Olympics have continued to become bigger and more expensive. The question that has arisen is that is it still worth it to host the games? In my perception, the investments aren't worth the risk. Let me explain you the fallacies of the positive perception of hosting the games. One of the major misconceptions is that of the long-term benefits, often referred as the Olympic legacy, which is to supposedly increase tourism, local employment, businesses, and infrastructure development.
There would certainly be three things that we will get: revenue, valuable tourism, and employment. Let's take an example. In 1988, due to Seoul Olympics, their annual trade exceeded US $100 billion, making it the world's 10th largest trade nation. And because of the Olympics, the country also generated more than 35,000 jobs under 1 month. In 2012, during London Olympics, the UK economy received a boost of $9.9 billion. And if you talk about the Tokyo Olympics recent, Japan is getting an extra revenue of 721 million yen, which is $65 million.
However, no study has found any economic growth or increase in living standards, just one-time changes. This is a study done by Professor Jeffrey Owens, Professor of Economics at Indiana State University.
Right now, we are also really in a bad state of unemployment, right? Why am I telling you this? Because in 2008 Beijing Olympics in China, 4,30,000 jobs were produced. 40 lakh. So, if Olympics will happen in India, so many job opportunities would be created. Thus, in India, Olympics must be held.
Moving on to the boost in host cities' infrastructure and the left behind legacy of the world class facilities. These are of extremely high maintenance cost. For example, the people of Sydney had to pay $32 million every year for the maintenance of these sports infrastructure. Even these infrastructures remained unused or underutilized because of their specific nature. Furthermore, no Olympic Games since the 1960s have come in under budget.
Now, if we talk about the venue, so the best sports enclave for the hosting of Olympics is in Ahmedabad. Some people may ask, why Ahmedabad? Well, Ahmedabad presently boasts some world-class sporting facilities like the world's largest seating stadium in Motera and Sardar Patel Sporting Complex that can provide facilities for at least 20 indoor and outdoor sports. And for the best part about it is that our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has already started its construction. The place allotment is done and my vice competitors must be pointing out that due to construction of this, a lot of migration takes place. But I would like to tell them that hardly any migration would be required here. And unlike other countries, the sports infrastructure will not be left barren. Olympics will also force the government to improve the infrastructure of cities. For example, the average countries before hosting Olympics have spent over $22 billion on infrastructure. Now let's come to the biggest question, that does India have enough revenue to host Olympics? It is estimated to be around $50 billion. So the answer is big yes.
With an average cost overrun from the 1968 to 2010 was of 252% of the Summer Games. Notably, the Montreal Summer Games had a cost overrun of 796%, which took 30 years to pay off for the taxpayers, as each host city is responsible for the cost overrun. Now, learning from the past of India's experience of hosting the Commonwealth Games, the concerns that came in were corruption by officials, delays in construction of main game avenues, infrastructure compromises, possibility of a terrorist attack, exceptionally poor ticket sales before the games. That is evident to clarify that the tangible benefits aren't greater than the tangible risks. The need of the hour is to provide a decent quality sports infrastructure across the country instead of concentrating in hosting the games when we are hardly equal contenders on the world stage. When more than half of the population of India live below the poverty line and our country ranks 94th out of 107 countries in Global Hunger Index, when our country has the largest number of malnourished children, with half population of the children as well as that of the women. I would like to ask that spending billions of dollars on a mega sporting event will build national pride, or is it a matter of national shame?
The money which we have paid for petrol and diesel in just last 1 year is $45 billion. Can you understand this? $45 billion. We can have Olympics 3 times in a year, although it takes place once in 4 years. So it's really possible to host Olympics in India, and we must host Olympics seeing these many advantages. At last, I would like to state, the most important thing in the Olympics games is not just winning but taking part. The essential thing in life is not just conquering but fighting well. So India, my country, my land, fight it, back it, and fight your might. Host Olympics and be our pride.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.